So let's talk about something that can bring a little calm and clarity into our wild, chaotic lives. It's called mindfulness. You've probably heard the word thrown around, but today we're going to break down what it actually is and the pretty incredible shift in perspective that comes with it.
But first, quick question. Does your mind ever feel like a computer with way too many tabs open? You're trying to focus on one thing, but there are 100 other thoughts all screaming for your attention. Sound familiar? Yeah, that's pretty much all of us.
You know, it turns out our minds are almost never right here in the present. We're either stuck in the past, replaying things over and over again, with all those what-ifs, or we're jumping ahead to the future, usually with a whole lot of anxiety. We're basically everywhere but here.
This state of mind is actually so common, it has a name, the wandering mind. And look, while it's totally normal, all that mental chatter is what's driving a lot of our stress. It literally pulls us out of our own lives.
But what if I told you there's a way to hit the pause button on all that noise? A way to find some real peace in the only moment that actually exists, right now. And yeah, that's exactly where mindfulness comes in.
Okay, so let's dive into the core idea here, this kind of radical act of just tapping into the power of the present moment.
Now, its roots are in Buddhist philosophy, but you don't need to be a monk to get it. The modern definition is super simple. Mindfulness is just being fully present, on purpose. And here is the most important part, without judging what you find. That little phrase, without judging, that is the secret sauce. It's what stops us from getting into a fight with our own minds.
Think of it like this. Imagine you're just lying in a field, looking up at the sky. You see clouds float by. You don't try to grab them or yell at them, right? You just watch them. Mindfulness teaches us to treat our thoughts the exact same way. They're just temporary mental events, not facts we have to fight or believe.
I know, this can all sound a little out there, but the actual practice, it's incredibly simple. And you don't need to dedicate your whole day to it. Let's break down how you can get started with just 5 minutes.
Okay, first things first, let's bust the biggest myth right now. The goal is not to have a blank mind or to stop your thoughts. Seriously, trying to do that is like trying to make the ocean flat. It just makes more waves. The point isn't to defeat your mind, it's to change your relationship with your mind.
So here's how it works. Find a comfy spot and just close your eyes. Now bring your focus to your breath. That's it. Just the feeling of air coming in and air going out. And guess what? Your mind is going to wander. A thought will pop up. That's not you failing. That's the moment you get to practice. You just notice the thought without getting mad at it, and then you gently, very gently, guide your attention right back to your breath. That's the whole game.
And hey, this isn't just about sitting on a cushion. You can do this anywhere. Next time you're drinking a cup of coffee, instead of just scrolling on your phone, really be there. Feel the warmth of the mug, notice the smell, actually taste it. That, right there, is mindfulness.
So why bother? What do you actually get out of doing this for a few minutes every day? Well, it turns out the rewards are pretty huge, and they're even backed by a ton of science.
It's like this. By just watching your stressful thoughts, instead of getting sucked into their drama, you take away their power. That means less anxiety. And every time you bring your focus back to your breath, you're basically doing a bicep curl for your brain's concentration muscles. Over time, this all leads to more emotional balance, and you start to understand yourself on a way deeper level.
And this brings us to the final, and honestly, the most life-changing insight that mindfulness has to offer. It's a subtle little shift, but it can change absolutely everything about your inner world.
When you consistently just sit and watch your thoughts, without getting carried away by them, you start to notice something really profound. You realize there's a space between you, the one who's watching, and the thoughts themselves.
Here it is, the big reveal. Your thoughts, they're just the weather. They're clouds, they're rain, they're sunshine. They are always changing, always coming and going. But you're not the weather. You are the sky. You're the calm, steady awareness in which all that weather happens. You aren't the anger. You're the one who is aware of the anger. You're not the thought. You're the space that holds the thought.
And so that leaves us with one last, really powerful question to sit with. If you can observe your own thoughts passing by, then who exactly is the one doing the watching? That awareness, that's everything. Thanks for tuning in.